fall camp has gone, pretty good. We kind of getting off to, I feel like the corners getting off a little bit slow start, but they starting to pick it up a little bit. And so I'm excited about, the play that they will bring, and especially some of the newcomers that we got coming in. And but I feel like it's going okay.
Uh, Want to talk a little bit about, you got 10 total guys on the roster that are corners this year, 4 returners and 3 starting returners. If you could talk a little bit about those guys, you have 2 seniors coming back, kind of the experience and how much they can lead your squad.
Well, I tell you what, I'm kind of almost new to the game because I just got here in March, and so I got a chance to, be with those guys in the spring, and so I'm getting to know them. But from my understanding, you know, those guys are doing well. I want to start with Taryn Mitchell. Taryn Mitchell, he's a junior, but but I think he can graduate early, and it could be his last year. But he's doing well. He's kind of more like the leader of the group. Aaron Foy and Trent Perriman, they the one that started a lot of games last year, and those guys got some talent. Pretty not saying that Taryn doesn't have any talent, but those 3 guys. So I'm kind of leaning on the senior leadership. So I have to get on them a little bit because they knuckleheads, as you know how seniors can be and stuff like that. But but no, they doing well. But from my understanding, Trent Perriman had a pretty good season, and Aaron until he got hurt, and also Taryn Mitchell until he got hurt. We're doing well. So I'm glad to have that experience.
If you could talk a little bit about Knipes, number 40, moving over from safety. Obviously, you weren't here last year, but he played safety last year, moving over to the corner position. I saw him yesterday in the night practice out here, making plays out there. Talk a little bit about him.
Oh, Zach is, he's a great young man, and he has the best technique and form out of all those guys. But the only thing that hurts Zach is he's about 5'6", and so, but he knows that he has to do everything right. He has to do everything right because if he gets out into the game, there's going to be a neon sign that's saying, "Here, come over and at me." And because of his size and everything. And so, but the good thing about it is he accepts the challenge. He loves the challenge, and he competes. And so I'm excited about him, especially coming from safety, coming over and playing, a little corner and stuff. So I'm excited to see what he do.
You got 6 newcomers, 5 freshmen, one of those redshirt freshmen, and then 5 freshmen and a transfer. If you could talk about those newcomers and how they're fitting in with the upperclassmen.
Well, they are fitting in real well because one of the things, well, let me start with DeVale Fox. DeVale Fox, he's a junior. He transferred from a California junior college. He's really from Chicago. He is doing well. I'm excited about his play. He's real aggressive, real confident. And then Drake Moore, young man that came into the program in the spring. He's going to do a good job. He got a lot of work to do, but he's going to be okay. But we expect a lot out of DeVale, especially, coming in. And, he got 2 years, so he basically got to get it in. And then to talk about those freshmen, I'm going to start with, Eli Jones. Well, the 3 guys are Eli Jones, Caleb Lawton, and Nathan Giles. All 3 of those young corners are real good. I'm so excited about those guys. They have a chance to be some big-time players. And we got a little addition with Jordan Murray, who we were recruiting, from my understanding. The old staff was recruiting him early, and I don't know exactly what happened, but, this kid is, a state qualifier in the long jump, but, he wasn't able to be here in the summer, just like all the young freshmen were able to be here all summer and pick up on everything, so he's a little behind. So, but those 3, those 3 young men with Eli Jones, Nathan Giles, and Caleb Lawton, don't be surprised as you see those guys contributing this year because, like I said, they got some talent, and they're young and they're firing, they're ready to work. We just got to see when the live bullets come to see are they ready to go. Because I tell you what, if those guys do with the ability that they have, those older guys better step it up every week, or they could get passed by a freshman.
You got 13 practices left here at fall camp. Week 2 just started, only 5 practices down. What are the overall goals of your unit to complete fall camp?
Well, our unit, one of the biggest things is to get better every day. I tell those guys, playing the cornerback position. I guess I'm gonna say this because I'm coaching it, but it's the hardest position on the field because in my opinion, because they got the easiest job to do. Hey, go over there, get deep, cover that guy. They got the easiest job than anybody, and stuff. But as far as technique wise and how the intensity they got to play all the time because they're always left on the island, and so they could do right. They could do everything right the whole game and just slip up one doggone play, and the first thing man, look, hey, the DBs didn't get it done, and so to get them, to get out there and work their craft and concentrate on their technique is a daily challenge because they lazy, cornerbacks they want to do, they prima donnas a little bit, they in between, they in between that receiver, that skill guy, but they ain't got no hands, and then they got the little bit, the toughness of a running back a little bit, but so they kind of in that. In that mode. But I love coaching them, because it's fun to see those guys. But I feel good about what we have. The guys they're working hard and they accepted me, and so I'm just looking to see how it's gonna be. I know one thing they're gonna have to play. They ain't got a choice. Right. They're gonna have to give it all they got because they know I don't play.